Hey y'all, it's me, Barb Hardley, your favorite drag queen who also loves comic books but is not herself a cosplay queen. With the release of X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, I wanted to get in the mood, get in the vibe, and get real, and also brag about stuff that I own. That's what YouTube is all about, isn't it? Anyway, I made an X-Men 1992 or X-Men 97 or just 90s X-Men display that I just thought I'd walk y'all through. Hope there's enough room on memory lane for the Blackbird. So we'll start with the back row, where I have action figures that have been unopened, and these are definitely not from my childhood because I ripped open every single one of those. A lot of these actually come from my time at Wizard Magazine. Every time I'd go to a new convention, I would try to find an unopened X-Men figure to buy. I guess they were kind of like souvenirs, but since I can't remember which ones I bought at which conventions, I guess they aren't doing what they were supposed to do. But I have Iceman, Wolverine, Rogue, Cable, and Mr. Sinister. And then we'll whip around over here. I got a new Sentinel. This is the X-Men 97, the little Titan heroes. And then I have, next to the Sentinel, some of the X-Men animated series busts from Diamond Select. I got Beast, Jubilee, and then over here I got Rogue and Gambit. In between them are the Sega games, X-Men and X-Men and Spider-Man Arcade's Revenge. Now, that X-Men game is the one that I had as a child, never got rid of it. The poster that came with it hangs in the hallway of this very apartment. And since I'm horrible at video games, I've never seen what the back half of it looks like. I think I would get to, Shi'ar is level 2, jump, Savage Land, Shi'ar, Muir Island, is that where? Yeah, I don't know. And then Arcade's Revenge, I just never really played because it had Spider-Man in it, and as a kid I was a weird purist, I don't know. And then at the very, very end, I have a little cardboard cutout of Cyclops, Jim Lee, running at ya. I got a bunch of those actually. Got a Bishop over there, Psylocke, Joe Jusko, Rogue, John Romita Jr., X-Men lineup, Uncanny 300. I got all these at a flea market in Knoxville, Tennessee, probably, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Just bought a whole mess of them. Now let's swing back around. Right here I got 2 of my X-Men Pizza Hut cups. The iconic moment when they decided to pair mutants with Italian food. We were never the same. And I have kept all 4 of those cups ever since I got them as a little boy, little girl. I'm a drag queen, little drag queen. And while making this very display, 2 of them fell over and hit the ground and shattered like glass. Apparently, whatever kind of plastic they used to make these cups, after about 30 years, it becomes as brittle as my grasp on sanity. So you better believe I immediately ordered the other 2 on eBay, and they're coming with the lids, because I don't have any of the lid. Anyway, then I got an Apocalypse bookmark that... Was this mine? I know I had a bunch of these, I think. I have no recollection of receiving this as a gift or finding it in a thrift store, so I think this might be a bookmark that was tucked away in a book for, 30 years until I opened it. So, alright, there you go. Then we got the Cyclops and Shatterstar action figures, mine from when I was a child. Then we keep going. Gets all them in this. Oh, and then right in front of them, I can talk about. So we got Storm, Mistress of the Elements, the repaint, again, from my time as a child, back when they refused to make action figures of women, which is why with Storm, they were like, should we make a second version of Storm, one with the iconic Jim Lee costume that is featured in that Saturday morning cartoon that every kid is watching? Nah, let's just repaint the one we already made. Raise your hand if you use Planeteers as stand-ins for Rogue and Jubilee, because I did. Thanks, Linka and Guy. Now behind Storm I have a Jim Lee Danger Room card from X-Men Series 1, but not actually from X-Men Series 1. It is from the book. It is from the book about the X-Men Series 1 trading cards by Jim Lee. This is a lovely little book right here. Now that card is there as kind of a placeholder for just all the cards, because I haven't gotten around to pulling some out of my binders. I mean, I have all of them. So maybe I'll add some of those later. But next to it is a tin that I do believe is from a Nabisco product in the 90s. My mom and I, we sent away for it and I got it in the mail. I love this tin. It's really good. I think that's Chris Sprouse art, maybe? Leave the correct answer in the comments if you know. Oh, and then back there is the Bishop figure from the 90s that I had. Boot break. It's my superpower. Over here we got Spiral from the 90s toys and a whole mess over here of Sabretooth, Magneto, Forge, and Gambit. Behind them is a reproduction of the Tiger handheld electronic X-Men portable game thing. Kids, you should see what this looks like when it's on. You'll be riveted by black stick figures over a dull greenish-gray screen. But I did have that as a kid, don't know where it is, probably still in Tennessee, so that I got at Retrosource Long Island, your destination for things that are old if they're video games. Then below them I got an X-Force button that I got. Then next to them are some of the Planet Studios enamel pins, which, oh wow, I think are basically like gold. The longer I hold on to them, the more they appreciate in value. It's crazy, but I have Havoc, Strong Guy, and the Gambit logo. All the rest of them are on my jacket. And then of course they're standing on Wizard Magazine's X-Men 30th Anniversary magazine that I got at a bookstore in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, in 1993 when that was new. And I remember that this basically was my Bible of the X-Men, because we didn't have the internet. Wow. And then we got X-Men Adventures number 4, which is the adaptation of Enter Magneto Deadly Reunions. Night of the Sentinels 1 and 2, Enter Magneto, Deadly Reunions, Captive Hearts, Ice Fights. Then X-Men number 1, obviously, one of the Pizza Hut comics, the one starring Rogue and Gambit, and then we got Uncanny 281, and then X-Factor 71 and X-Force number. And that brings us to the main event, the Marvel Legends X-Men 92 action figures, augmented by, other figures that are basically part of that line, except they don't have the cell shading. So from that line, the figures that are in the boxes that look like videotapes that are right behind me, which, pause, put a pin in it, I do have a bunch of the X-Men videotapes from the 90s there in Tennessee with my VHS tapes. And I look around my office and I somehow still think, I need those VHS tapes up here. It's a problem. It's a hoarding habit. We got Beast, we got Rogue, and we got Gambit, and then from that line we got Storm, Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Morph, and a Jubilee. Oh, I love it. Now, this might actually become a permanent installation. I might move it over to my DTOF that's over there, and then keep this rotating out other Marvel Legends figures. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me brag, I guess. But I'm also just excited about X-Men 97, and I hope y'all are too. If you are, please let me know. At Barb Hardley on Instagram. You can like and subscribe. You can email barbhardley@gmail.com. And you can also give me money so I can buy more of this stuff. And I guess that's all for now. Ain't that enough? Rogue. And as I always say, am I a woman? Hardly. Okay, well, we did that. Ooh.